A few years ago, I bought an entire pack of these pretty large owl tattoos. This one has been calling my name for the longest time, but really only his beautiful face with his blue eyes. And so I was thinking, oh my gosh, well, let's just use his face for now. I can find another use for his body. So coincidentally, if I cut him to size, he's going to fit perfectly within this tray. So at this point, all I'm going to do is cut his cute little face out, lay him, remember to take the little plastic backing off of my tattoo, place him down, and I've just got a very saturated paper towel and I'm wetting him, letting him sit for a good 30 seconds, and then I'm able to remove that tattoo. His ears were a little bit like, ooh, is the whole ear gonna fit? But at the end of the day, I think he came out absolutely beautiful. Now, I did happen to also have one more coaster that I had filled with my leftover black resin, and I had these vintage tattoos. I had two little ghosts, and I say vintage tattoos because literally there's a video that I made, actually I think it was last Halloween, on using some old tattoos I found that I literally owned when I was a little kid. And I mean, way back in the 80s. So I used these guys. They're old, so they didn't come out as perfectly as I wanted. So you can kind of see me. I'm just kind of using first I tried a ballpoint pen and that did not work. And then I just ended up using kind of like a Sharpie, like a mini Sharpie to, trace along the little tiny parts, like the tip of the tiny ghost's head, and then there was part of that the big ghost's hat that I kind of had to color in, if you will, and kind of hope for the best. But I think it worked out okay in the end. A minor thing. It's hardly noticeable, but I can tell, so I wanted to fix it. All right, so at this point, I am ready to mix up some resin and add a little bit of, I thought, some interference powders. So for the owl, I'm going to use interference powder silver. This is the Let's Resin brand. And then I thought for the ghosties that it would be really cute to use interference green. So, just a little bit of that subtle color shift. And because I was thinking about just doing a completely white background, but I wanted a little bit of color shift. And at the last minute, I decided tiny bit of sparkle. I'm using this white Christmas mix. I cannot remember where I got this from, you guys. I'm so sorry. It was an extra from, I think, an Etsy order and I've had it for years. So I'm so sorry. I don't know where I got it from. But for each of the 2 cups that I've got, the interference silver and the interference green, I literally just added a skosh, a tiny little pinch, just a skosh to give it a little bit of sparkle. And that's all I did. So at this point, we are ready to pour our 2 resins and see what we come up with. While I'm pouring these absolutely gorgeous colors, look at that green. I love it. This is going to be so cute. I wanted to announce that you can now become a Never Perfect Resin YouTube member. All of that info, the link will be down below. There are 3 tiers to choose from, and we are going to have so much fun over there. I've been so excited to launch the little membership program, and it's finally happening. So yeah, definitely excited to have some of you guys join me for some Never Perfect fun. All right, so both of these guys, the coaster and the tray, are nice and filled with these beautiful colors. I am going to wait 24 hours. We'll go ahead and demold these guys and see what we come up with. Here we are, ready for demold. I am so excited to see how these came out. Most excited, and I kind of already have an idea considering how the tattoos performed in terms of like these vintage tattoos being so very old. Literally, I think they're like 38 years old, something like that. So, you can do the math and figure out how old I might be just based on that. But definitely a little faded, but I think it's super cute. And yeah, I really, really like how they came out. And I am such a sucker for any of that vintage Halloween vibe. So yeah, I think this one is super, super cute and picking up a little tiny bit of that sparkle, that white Christmas that we put in there, just a tiny bit. So I think that is fantastic. Now, let's look at this owl tray. Mr. Beautiful Blue-Eyed Owl. Goodness gracious. Super vibrant tattoo. Looks amazing within that tray. I'm very happy with my decision to just kind of use his face. I think that worked out really well. So what do you think, you guys? These are the two finished products, two very different tattoos, but kind of fitting that theme of Halloween, or at least spooky vibes, fall vibes, that kind of thing. So let me know, which one is your favorite? Comment down below. I would love to hear your opinion. And you guys, until the next one, I'll see you soon. Bye.